Hey guys, quick warning, this game has some swearing in it. So yeah. Also, it just generally gets kind of dark. I could have said this. Why do I have to record these separately? Hello everyone, my name is Facial Said, and welcome to Marie's Room. This is my fourth time trying to record this. Let's just do it. I made the joke. I made the Life is Strange joke, and I'm going to be making a lot of comparisons between Life is Strange and this, because they're so similar, including the calming ukulele music, the freaking font of the subtitles, just the mood in general. Coming back. Yeah.
Why would I? After all that's happened.
After all that's happened.
Even in here.
3 years after the freaking story happened. So, let's do this. Okay.
The journal.
If she develops powers and has to stop a storm, I'm gonna freak. I think the quality just dropped, and I had to restart recording because I tried to up the video quality because I couldn't read what this said. Says it 2042? I still can't read.
What, more than 100 again today? Glad I don't have to deal with that anymore. No, that's her parents' room. Look, Mr. Torres, I'm happy he finally got remarried. A honeymoon in the Bahamas. Wish I was there with them. California, crisp white wines. I'll need a crate of those when I get out of here. Is that me? Oh my god, the hair. What was I thinking?
So, I like the zooming feature. That's cool. I didn't notice that. No entry, the future. Okay, so this is Marie's room. And it's 2042. Which is how far away? 24 years in the future, so... I don't know when this game was released, so I don't know. But as of now, that's 24 years in the future. Yeah, okay. I say that like, oh, that's kind of close, but that... I've only been alive for 18 years, so... Not really. It's a huge amount of time.
Don't need to go in there. That's the bathroom.
Can I go downstairs?
I don't want to go back down.
This is actually kind of cool looking. I like the look of this house, actually. Which is rare. I don't normally like how places look. Especially if it's like the whole modernistic, minimalist sort of look. I hate that. Hate. It looks okay, but like, this looks nice. Are you sure we're in 2042? Because these things haven't been used since, like, the 70s or whatever. I don't know. 90s? I'm not really sure. Bumblebee. I have a feeling Bumblebee might be dead. Just to...
Of course I knew it was her. Who else? There was only one thing to do. Get to Marie. She wouldn't talk to me on the phone, so what else could I do? I drove all the way up there to Vancouver, freezing my ass off in that tin can of a car.
The journal, I know, activates... talking to you, my name's Marie. Okay. Voice acting.
Hi, Kelsey. Yes, I'm talking to you. I know you've been reading my journal. Can I ever forgive you for what you did? Honestly, I don't know. I'm trying really hard, but I don't know how. Because I don't understand any of it. You are my friend, and I loved you unconditionally. I did what I did because of you, and I stood up to him because of you. But you... I don't know. Now I can't be near you, so I don't want you to come find me. I promise I'll be alright. Marie.
Except she wouldn't be. She would not be all right.
I'm assuming that Marie's dead. I'm sorry, I'm gonna see if I can figure out. So this is about where I was like this when I logged off because it was so horrible. Here is it. Well, it's after 2006.
She hated my cigarettes. Every time I felt like going out and buying a pack, she made me put the money in that money jar. One day, that money would pay for our gas to drive to college. We only needed money for the one way. I ended up using it to get to Vancouver.
I can't read that.
Have you seen this man? Yeah, I've seen
Like
him.
a proton and stay positive. True sign of intelligence is not knowledge, but imagination. The intelligence is the ability to adapt and change. Steve Hawking.
She wouldn't stop about time travel and black holes and stuff. I just wanted to do something simple. Calculate shit. Boring, is what she said. Her, the weird kid, talked boring. So yeah, we settled on antimatter, because who wants to be boring? Damn, what's the password again? I need to find it. Damn, what's the password again? I need to...
The Notebook.
La La Land. That movie was a shit piece of
I haven't
crap.
seen it.
Glad Trevor snuck us in. I don't think I could have handled wasting $20 on that.
Okay.
Never thought I'd see Marie there. Then again, she always was a
I
dreamer.
haven't seen it.
I bet she loved it. She never realized I didn't want to be her friend in public.
QR code on the back. Wonder what would happen if I scan that? I don't know, because no one scans QR codes. Alright. So, Valentine's Day 2018. So earlier this year. Is when this is... Yeah, this actually kind of does look... Yeah. Vinyl. An inbox. Coolio. CDs. Good, so she likes music.
Marie always dreamed about going to Europe. I don't think she ever went.
Jacket.
She asked me why I was so angry all the time, and I told her because it's a dirty deal. It's Russian roulette and utterly unfair. The cards I'd been dealt, any player would have passed. I chose to be...
Kind of thought I was
She asked me why I was so angry all the time, and I told her because it's a dirty deal. It's Russian roulette and utterly unfair. The cards I'd been dealt, any player would have passed. I chose to be angry instead. But Marie, my friend Marie, she got me a new deck and suggested I deal again.
Sparkly shoes.
He had money, you see? He bought me things. I was gonna wear these to the prom. Fancy, right? At the time, I didn't know where the money came from. That's Trevor's phone number. He called her. I knew he blamed her for everything, though she should have blamed him for what he did to her and Mr. Torres. I couldn't afford a car, and Marie didn't want one, so we rode our bikes everywhere. I thought I looked silly, and with those damn sparkly shoes, I probably did. Yeah, I was losing my glamour status at school right there. The Green Eatery. Green as in with fungus. Yes, I am never eating Ayurvedic lasagna ever again. But some people must have liked Mr. Jones's cooking, because he was out every night cooking his green stuff. Food rescue. Yeah, it was a good place to be. Until Marie showed up. I know she didn't mean anything by it, but the pity in her eyes. Worse than being hungry. I loved skinny dipping, but Marie insisted on wearing this thing. Really, I mean, it was Mr. Jones's pool, after dark. No one would ever come close to the freak. And he wasn't there, just to be clear. But someone else was. I need to find the key. A 5-figure number. She loved being a birthday girl. Mr. Torres would take her shopping every year. She once asked me, "Don't you ever dream, Kelsey?" And I said, I don't dream. I plan. What I didn't tell her was that I wouldn't allow anyone to mess with those plans. Disgusting, but cheap. I got used to them after I didn't want to go to the food kitchen anymore. The vicious taste of these meatballs still beat the humiliation of being served by Marie. Have you ever peeled an orange so juicy the drops erupted from underneath its skin like fireworks in the setting sun? The trees in Mr. Jones's garden had them. I used to live off his garden vegetables and fruit before I met Trevor.
Alright. Party today, celebrating 3 years of food rescue. Everyone was there. All this happy, familiar faces. Loved it. Kelsey came in. Never took her for one of the hungry. I don't think she knows my name, but everyone knows hers. She's gorgeous. Surprised me, it's all. I could see the shame in her eyes when she had to accept the bag of groceries from me. So I can take my eyes off her. If this world allowed someone like Kelsey Jackson to be hungry, it must be everywhere. So I'm going to fight it with everything I've got. November 17th, 2017. I screwed up, but I was worried. I was so worried. What else could I do? Kelsey hasn't been food rescue in a while, and I just want to make sure she wasn't hungry or something. So I offered her my sandwich. Why did I do that? No, we'll never be friends. Good one, Marie. Really, really well done. Took me like I was crazy and walked out. An hour behind the project, too. I hope we make the deadline. Nothing was different. I'm so stupid. I finally got to see La La Land. They showed it Classics night at the theater. I loved it. Loved it. Kelsey was there, too. I was so happy to see her. I actually friggin' hugged her, and she pushed me away. Asked me what I thought I was doing. That Trevor asshole was enjoying the show. Her stupid cheerleader friends. Oh, those sparkly shoes. She wears them all the time. March 17th. Last night the heel dug into my calf. That freaking hurt. Have you seen those heels? So I yanked them off her feet and I told her not in the bed. She was amused. I can't think why. To be honest, I thought she was a size 9 because they look absolutely gorgeous. Kelsey's feet at least. When I tried to look them on, I looked like a little girl trying on mommy shoes. I have a dream. Kelsey's so angry at the world. All the time. It's kind of annoying, but I get it. I'll have a different story to tell. As a friend, I did the only decent thing. I told her she could do anything she wanted, and she just had to make it happen. Now wait for it. I told her to deal again. Not drugs, the cards. I think he's crazy. He keeps calling me at the most impossible hours just to yell at me. Calling me names, threatening me that if I don't let Kelsey go, he'll do that, and so I got her typed up in here. I now unplug the phone when I go to sleep. Kelsey took me tonight swimming in Mr. Jones's pool. I was scared shitless the first time, but 2 beers and freshly picked oranges. Chill, best nights ever. Nothing was the same. It's been another home invasion. Just 2 blocks from here. They killed him this time. And the police think it's Trevor. Suppose it was him in our house. Can't wrap my head around it. It's too big. But Kelsey says it isn't true. Trevor's bastard doing him commit such violent acts. If I have torn t-shirt, I think she might be in denial there. Beer, water, and oranges, like so many nights before Trevor. No, I am not going to let him spoil my night at the pool with Kelsey. He who shall not be named shall not be named. Not today. That's all I said. how close to today's December 20th. December 22nd, 2018, day of recording. It'll probably be 2019 by the time this video comes out, though, because I'm really good at uploading. Just check that. Okay. Oh, that's a menu.
Every Tuesday, the food trucks would roll in. Me and Marie never missed Jorge's tamales. When I was a kid, Jorge would put some aside, just in case my mom was too drunk to feed me again.
Do I just keep looking around the room? Alright.
I need to find... to find the key. A 5-figure number. Wrong combination. Crap. I really want to know what's in that case. Sometimes it got so hot, this thing wasn't doing it anymore. Then we'd take off to Mr. Jones's swimming pool. That night, I guess he must have seen us. I wore those a lot, not to protect my eyes, but to hide them. I didn't want anyone to know.
Good times to make me forget all my troubles seem so far away. It's that song.
Trevor. What an asshole. After we broke up, he got violent sometimes. One day, he dragged me through the school hall by my shirt until one of Marie's geek friends stopped him. Ben, I think it was. He got a lot of shit for it later. Mr. Torres. Thick as thieves, those two. Ever since Lorraine died, they only had each other. Marie was suffering when he was in intensive care. That was a nasty knife wound. Trevor was never far off, though. When Marie and I rode our bikes through dark nights just to get a taste of those perfect oranges, I knew he was lurking in the shadows. I never told her, but I think that's how he found us. He followed us back to the room. Mr. Torres and Marie were robbed in their own house, not long after we met at Food Rescue. He was stabbed, almost died. She was knocked out with a baseball bat. She was in the hospital for a while, stitches, concussion. She still had headaches, she said. Marie insisted on saving these. She was going to make a new world with them, whatever that was supposed to be. I've never actually seen her build anything. I didn't like that she kept the stone. Why did she have to be reminded? I told her I was sorry, but she said it was for me, to remind me.
Let's see what else we got here. Took me forever to convince Kelsey to ride a bike, because it ain't cool. My ride's the best part of the day now. And on this day, we rode them through Mr. Jones's orange grove in broad daylight. We were home with a basket full of the juiciest golden oranges. I didn't even think about getting caught. So much better than that total loser. He assaulted her in the school hallway. Of course, no one saw what happened, but he literally tore the clothes from her body. F. I promise not to swear, so there you go. But she's done with me now. Things can only get better. If you have noticed, sweet journal, there are less and less F words in these pages. I'm so freaking proud, huh? Only when I go berserk, like when Kelsey threw that rock through my window, then it's hard to keep up. You know this little girl I used to curse abundantly? I'm trying to extend my vocabulary here. I thought it indicated intelligence. I guess it indicated up to a certain age. He said Mom hated it. So every time I used the F word, he made me put a piece of candy in a square jar. I can't tell you how much that hurt every time. So I'd never see it again. And I think he secretly ate it. He must have rejoiced. Yep, vocabulary extension again. Every time I swore like a madman. Mad woman. Must have. In swear jar. Calm down a bit. Like Lala night, she was with Trevor. He's such an asshole. She's different when she's around him. Not that makes it alright. But she did come straight over to me. She was sorry. She knows she was wrong. Broke my window with that rock. She said if I had answered the call of the pebble, she wouldn't throw the rock. She's been here ever since. Doesn't really have anywhere else to go, really, except for Trevor. I'm glad she'd rather sleep here. Right now, as I write this, she's on the bed going over some notes from class. I like having her here, and Dad's okay with it. Why do you keep writing this shit? I know there isn't much news in Orange Grove, but it's been ages. Not literally, but you know. They're never gonna find them. I wish everyone would just stop, leave us alone. We got the whole awful night. Something my dad was a hero for trying to stop them. The truth is, we never saw them coming. That guy jumped and stabbed my dad, something snapped, and I would have punched him, scratched his eyes out. I think I could have killed him. The other guy one got me before I even knew there were two. Never saw their faces. Then my dad let him call. Not fearless.
I'm not a shadow person. Yeah, it took me all I had to convince her she wasn't.
Don't know what a shadow person is. Why is it sparkling? So I'm my friend today. I am not a shadow person anymore. She's my friend.
Lorraine, Marie's mom, died when she was 5. My mother, she might as well have been dead. She looked more dead than alive, anyhow. Passed out on the couch, empty bottles of gin on the floor. That's Marie's birthday. That's weird. I guess she wrote it down for that Ben guy, for her pizza and movie party. All right, I might have been a little jealous. I thought I was so lucky. An adoring boyfriend, free burgers from the kitchen he worked in, sparkly things he bought me. I thought if I took care of him, he'd take care of me, and we'd get out, just in case I didn't get that scholarship. I had no idea where the money came from. Chemistry holds no surprises.
You what,
Love
mate?
that. Ah, yes. The science project. Of all people, they chose to pair me with the girl from Food Rescue. Outrageous. But I got over it. and chose to work my ass off.
Excuse me.
I had to if I wanted to get that scholarship.
Excuse me.
Hated that thing.
I don't ignore the fact that all Kelsey's cute stuff's paid for with Trevor's money. He's such a creep, I don't get what she sees in him. She says I'm jealous, that's it. And yeah, she thinks she needs him to get away from all this, but she doesn't. She got away from her mom all on her own. Kelsey's the smartest, coolest, sweetest person you can imagine, doesn't even want him to get her out. She can do that all on her own. Too bad she hasn't believed in herself yet. Believed that herself yet. Beep boop. We're all just matter, that's what Kelsey keeps saying. And she's right, but matter is also life, and life's something we take care of. She likes to be out on a limb. She says she's got nothing to lose. Bam! She doesn't even realize what she was saying. Maybe I'm too sensitive. Just that'll show me to believe that we were friends. Because I am a shadow person after all. And she's gonna break her neck, by the way. See if I care. Happy birthday, Mom. Loving the chemistry, life matters. Put like Kelsey's team, my heart rate doesn't ever stop to think about it. Don't think she's all that pleased, though. I wonder whether she remembers me from Fruit Rescue. Hope not. I feel so connected to her, isn't that weird? Not for us to be friends, she's just amazing. Can't wait to start working on our science project. Did you get that? Our project. I feel like I'm going to explode from excitement.
There's no such thing as food waste. And don't I know it? The smell of garbage will be in my nose forever, and the taste of it in my mouth. I swore I would never be that hungry again. I didn't care what it took.
After that school article, people kept asking me why I did it. As if I was some kind of hero, so stupid, and I keep telling them the same story. Aren't they sick of it yet? Maybe I should publish a book, my life story. Stop bugging me, crazy people here for the last time. Last fall, I caught a kid stealing someone's lunch from a backpack. So he stuffed the sandwiches, mouth, our eyes locked. He panicked, off the feet, and ran. I never realized some of my classmates were actually hungry, so I joined Food Rescue to help. There, the end. Everyone satisfied?
Mr. Torres loved that beer. After the robbery, he only had a couple left. Apparently they were hard to come by. Still, we decided to try a bottle once. Marie loved that label. She drew it in her journal. I remember that. All that happened later that night, I'm not sure. Maybe I don't want to remember.
That's last century, too. Skrillex.
She was my friend, and I had to tell her. So I came back here, throwing stones at the window, but she didn't react, so I threw a bigger stone, and it shattered the glass. She kept the stone as a souvenir to remind her not to trust me ever again.
friendship. Sorry, I know. I feel like I'm walking on eggshells, and that's not what a friendship should be like, right? People are disconnected. She did not want to be my friend. She was embarrassed. Wanted to forget. Search this, right? Yeah. Disgusting.
Disgusting. Have you seen this man? Yeah, I've seen him. Yes. The science project. Of all people, they chose to pair me with the girl from Food Rescue. Outrageous. But I got over it, and chose to work my ass off. I had to if I wanted to get that
I
scholarship.
don't exist.
Mr. Torres gave me my own set of keys, so I'd feel at home. I loved him for it, but every time I used those keys, I felt a pang of guilt.
Two things in this entire area. So I'm thinking there's like 6 things left, maybe? Well, that's supposed to be blank. I think that's probably supposed to be blank. So I'm thinking I have 2 things left in it.
Damn, what's the password again? I need to find it.
Shadow person. Aww. I'm not even gonna close that.
One day, I just had to know. What's up with all the cats? She said she admired them, that they were who they were without any pretense, that they had no fear of confrontation. She wanted to be more like them. When Bumblebee went missing, Marie cried for days. She thought I couldn't hear her at night. I could never prove it, but I'm sure it was Trevor. Marie, what were you thinking? You know that's illegal. Why does someone need to get hurt before we step up and act, for Christ's sake? If they had, none of this shit would have happened, and no one would have died. Oh no. Why didn't you tell me, Marie? No wonder you were so frightened. We never should have gone to the Orange Grove.
Okay, so Stalker. Alright. Not listening, I'm trying to reach authority. The school even tried the cops that just pat on my shoulder. Poor little girl, still traumatized. Bump on the head didn't do her any good. That's where I know what should I do? I wish I could tell Kelsey she don't think herself hurt or worse, go back to when Trevor is dangerous. I know it's him and there's nothing I can do. Believe me, I don't think Kelsey won't be again. I can't sit and watch, I'll have to be fearless. I found the site where you can buy guns off anyone. Not that I mean shoot anyone, it's just I don't know what to do anymore, it's protection, you know? Isn't that what they say? Anyway, there was this guy one we saw this totally new 9mm. I'm meeting him out of town somewhere. A little shady-eyed note with Trevor looking around. I'll take my chances. Only 5 emails from Trevor. Only 5. I hope he's finally getting it. She's not coming back. He really holds me responsible for it. I can handle that if he keeps me away from her. When I saw him in the hallway this morning, he slid his finger across his throat again. If he wasn't such a scary-ass clown, I'd laugh. But he does scare me. I won't tell Kelsey these things. She shouldn't worry. I love cats because they're not afraid to be difficult. That's everything. Did I miss something? Still need the thing for the case.
What is the code, Marie? Wait. The journal.
Really, I just checked.
It must be in the journal.
An achievement came outside.
What is the code, Marie? Wait. The journal. It must be in the journal. Yay! Good work, Kelsey. Oh my God.
That's a gun. That's a gun.
The past, like the future, is indefinite and exists only as a spectrum of possibilities. Stephen Hawking said that. I wish it were true. But there was nothing I could do about the past. It was definite as hell. Sometimes I didn't get Marie. I really thought a night by Jones's pool would help her relax. She used to love it there. But she insisted someone had been watching us. I just wanted to have a good time, and she was ruining it, so I said some things I shouldn't have. She just stood there, staring at the window. I was so annoyed. And that's when I knew she'd been right. Trevor. Right there in the room. He'd just come in through the open window. How did he find us? He didn't know where Marie and I lived. I always made sure of that. But he took an orange from his backpack and started peeling it. It had been Trevor by the pool, and he'd followed us home. He said to Marie, "I told you not to mess with me." But still, I didn't get it. No, it wasn't until he started moving in on her that I realized it was Marie. He was after Marie. He blamed her for everything, and he had a knife. I'd never seen him so angry, so evil. Marie tried to get it away from him. He asked her why she never answered her phone. Did she not read her emails? Or did she think they were hollow threats? God, I just wanted to punch him with anything I could lay my hands on. My backpack. I smashed it against his wrist, knocking the knife out of his hands. Marie went for it, but Trevor was faster. He kicked her in the head. I dove for the knife, but he jumped me. As we struggled, he hissed, "Didn't I get enough action yet? Maybe I needed another baseball bat to get my kicks." I stopped, because right then I knew what he was up to. He asked Marie about Mr. Torres. Was he all right? Did he still get stomach aches? Marie lay on the floor by the bed, in shock, realizing it had been Trevor who almost killed her father. Then Trevor looked at me, added with a smile. And her. That's when it all went to pieces. Trevor ripped us apart, and he was enjoying it. Marie didn't understand. I tried to explain, apologized, but she wasn't listening. She kept asking me if I'd been there with Trevor, in their house. Trevor stirred things up even more. He told her it was me who had hit her over the head with a baseball bat, that I'd enjoyed it. I screamed in frustration, "No, that's not what happened." Tears streamed down Marie's face. She couldn't believe I would do that. Hurt her deliberately. God, I wanted Trevor to stop talking. I attacked him, scratched his face, hit him wherever I could. I hated him. He was twisting everything. I wanted to tell her that I was sorry. Yes, we robbed the house, and we got caught by Mr. Torres. But I never meant for anyone to get hurt. I didn't smash Marie's head. I panicked. I wanted to stop her from seeing me. When I realized how badly injured she was, I called the police. I tried to stay, but Trevor wouldn't let me. He pulled me by my hair into the van. But Marie wasn't listening. I was losing it, and I like to think I beat Trevor up pretty good. But Trevor punched back harder and faster. He was about to crack my skull. Marie clawed for the box beside her, opened it. She screamed, told us to stop, pointed that 9mm at us. Trevor went nuts, charged for her. She screamed, told him to stay back. She'd never shot a gun in her life. She wasn't going to start now. Trevor grabbed her by the shoulders and... What do you think you remember is not necessarily what really happened, or how others remember it. But Trevor fell back on the carpet, dead. That we all remember.
Mom, where are you? Did you get the journal?
I'll be down in a minute.
Aunt Marie is getting a little worked up here. She threatened to smoke a cigar. In your car.
Don't let her. Don't let her smoke. I love that car.
She knows you do. Get down here, Mom. You're taking, like, forever.
I'll be down in a minute.
Bring the journal.
I regret food rescue, I regret the science project, I regret it all. My father could have died. It was me, excuse me. It was my inability to pick real friends. Kelsey never was who she said she was. I never really knew her, it turned out. It's all been bullshit. I'm so stupid. I should have realized that Lala and I walked away for good. Because someone died right in this room. I made him die. Pulled a trigger, made a bullet pierce his head. When his blood soaked the carpet, dripped through the cracks into the floor where it will remain forever. To bear witness to what I'm capable of. I can't stay here. Am I the same me? I don't know anymore. I have to fix this. Fix me. Away from her. I have to focus on the positives in my life and stop questioning myself. Why did she do it? Why did I do it? Did I deserve this? Am I an evil person? A killer? I shot him in the head. I should have gone for his leg. I could have gone for his leg. Dad calls them intrusive thoughts. I say they're the truth. Strongly than I look, I can do this. I'll go up north to Uncle George, as Dad suggested. Nice and cool up there. I was able to think and finish high school. I'm leaving this journal here, because I need a clean slate and fresh pages. I'm sorry. Dear Diary, maybe I'll send you some for you someday, when all this is all over, and I've dealt with being a murderer. Hi, Kelsey. Yes, I'm talking to you. I know you've been reading my journal. I never forget people. Honestly, I don't know. I'm trying really hard, but I don't know how. Oh, shut up. So don't forget any of it. Understand any of it. I know what I forget. Alright. Back. If you honk at me again, I'll hit you with a bat again. Well, that's it. That's it. Alright. Okay, I saw this already. Alright, that was a roller coaster. Huh. Well, it's very Life is Strange, E. That was a video. It was a game. It was a thing. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe to see more streams and videos like this, as well as other kinds of videos. Well, thank y'all for watching. I'm tired, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye!